Hey, what's up everybody? This is Osabrick501 and today I want to go over what I think is the best build for the Scar L, and with the most recent recoil changes, I think this may be the best 5.56 weapon in Escape from Tarkov. And I think one of the biggest reasons why this weapon is performing so well compared to all the other 5.56 rifles is that it only has 650 RPM, and fire rate and EFT has a massive difference on the recoil of the weapon. So this is going to generally be much more easy to control when compared to something like the M4. And not only that, this is generally going to be cheaper than a fully built M4 because you don't have to do a ton to this weapon. So you're just going to be getting yourself the base version of the Scar L. First off, you're going to be putting a front and rear sight. Either one of the M buses, the black or the tan, those are going to add +1 ergo. Then you're going to be putting whatever sight you want on it. Since it is 5.56, you can easily use some of the longer range sights. You can use Valdays, Razors, all that type of stuff is going to work really well on this weapon. I just have an EOTech XP S30. I think it's the best hollow in the game. Then all the stock parts pretty much come stock on this weapon. I'm not sure if this comes with the rubber butt pad on it, so make sure you have all of that, but you don't really have any options for the stock. Then we're going to be using the 14-inch barrel. It's a medium barrel. You have a 10-inch and an 18-inch. I think the 14 is going to be the best for having good recoil, but also still having usable ergo. We're going to be using the Growl S pistol grip. This is generally going to be the cheapest, and it has the highest ergo out of any of the grips. You also have the Ergo PSG. This gives the same ergo, but it's usually going to be more expensive than the Growl S. For magazines, you can use whatever you want. If you can use the PMag, the round 60 round drums, this is going to give the best ergo for 60 rounders, but I do know that the silver 60 rounders are much easier to get. You can do a barter for them much earlier on. That's going to give you a little bit less ergo, but it still should be fine. And you can also use 30 rounders if you want. You just have to play around having less rounds in the magazine. Then for the grip, we're going to be using the Stark SE5. This is a really good all-around grip, gives lots of ergo and still pretty good recoil reduction. You're going to want this over something like the RK2 just because you're going to need a big chunk of ergo from using a 60 rounder and having a silencer. Then we're going to be putting on the FN Scar rail extension. This pretty much isn't really used for much. You can put tactical devices further forward on the gun, but this does give you a good chunk of ergo. That's pretty much all we're going to use it for. Then tactical device, you can use whatever you want. I've been using the Bald R Pros. I think they're really good tactical devices for a flashlight and a laser pointer on at the same time. Then for the muzzle device, we're going to be using the Silent Co ASR with the Saker ASR sound suppressor. This is going to be a pretty expensive silencer, but it's going to give the best stats. It's going to give more ergo than most of their silencers and still have the lowest recoil. But that is pretty much the entirety of the build. That's all you're going to have to do. There's not many parts you're actually putting on this weapon, even though the weapon is pretty expensive at a baseline, even if you can buy it from the trader. So full build with a PMag 60 rounder, you're going to have 33 ergo and 54 vertical recoil with 650 RPM and the new recoil changes, including the camera recoil reduction. This thing is a laser beam right now. And I think at the high end, you're going to start seeing this a lot more in the game. It's just so good to use, and it's a weapon that really wasn't able to be used super effectively when compared to the other 5.56 options. I think this thing is really good right now, and I would recommend giving it a try if you want to do some higher kitted runs. But that's all I want to go over for the full built Scar L. So subscribe if you want to see more Escape from Tarkov or other FPS videos. Leave a like if you liked the video. Leave a comment down below what you guys think about this fully built Scar L with the new recoil changes. And thanks for watching.
Сука, бит! Ты куда пошел?
Вон он, сука! Вали хуесоса! Пиздюк! Пиздец, мраки ебаные!
Боков нахуй, понял?
Вон он, блядь, ебашь его!
Живый! Вот он уйдет! Иди прямо!
Пацан! Тролль!